We are moving on to the emerging phase. Here I have some purple crystal flash. I am also a good tip for this pattern, or any BWO patterns, because they typically are on small hooks. A good tip is to use your thread. Like, make sure that your thread is small, because it's very, 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 very easy to build up the body and make it bulky. And BWOs are not bulky. So, alright, so we have our tails tied in. Next, we're going to come in with some turkey biot and just barely catch that in there. And then we'll move our way up, trying to keep that body nice and consistent. You'll need quite a bit of space, maybe two hook lengths, to do sort of the front portion. Before, though, I like to add in just a drop of super glue and spread it all over my body. This will help keep that turkey biot nice and secure, because when wrapped, they're pretty brittle, I would say. They're pretty brittle. So it's just nice to have that extra layer, of protection. And so I will continue wrapping this forward, making the nice biot segments, as you can hopefully see. And I want to try to get about 5 segments in there. This thread that I'm using is 14/0. It's sheer 14/0, which is incredibly thin. Okay, so we have this nice segmented body, really, really nice. These, you can trim them. I like to keep them pretty long, about, the length of the abdomen section. So here, before you do anything, you're going to take in 2 gray CDC. So these are gray CDC, and we're going to tie these in by the tips. So what I do is I separate out the tips from sort of the longer fibers. I will catch those, make sure they're right on top, and then tie it right back to the body. These can then get trimmed off. You can keep them there as sort of a plume for forward, but I don't like to do that. You can then come in with any kind of dubbing you want. I typically use an olivey color. I try to match, so this is a little lighter than the one we previously used in our nymph stage, just to make a nice little ball there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pull your CDC forward. You're going to pull it forward like so. There will be a few stragglers that you just can't get, and I am totally okay with that. Okay, so you tie down a few up front. Then what we're going to do is pull it back and start making a head to really get these 2 CDC feathers to lay backwards. You almost want to pinch them. And so, once you have that, what you can do is whip finish, focusing the backwards sort of, because you want to make a nice little head here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my CDC and I'm going to sort of trim it at an angle like so. What you're left with, let me adjust my vise here. What you're left with is this. Like a crazy good looking CDC emerger, a BWO emerger. Just like, it doesn't get much better than that. If you think that these fibers are too long, then you can trim some of them, but I like the messier the better. Again, it's an emerger, so it's kind of coming out of its case, right? So you want it to be a little messy. So this this pattern is one of my favorite. I've caught an unbelievable amount of fish, trout and salmon on this this pattern, you know. So definitely one good to use pretty much any time of the year that BWOs are hatching. If you see them coming down the stream like the little sailboats, but nothing is eating them, that's like a telltale sign for me that, oh, they must be eating the emerging phase, which would be this fly. So thank you for watching. That's it for the BWO emerger. Next time will be the dry. There's only 3 phases for me for BWOs, and the next one will be the dry fly. So we hope to see you then. Thanks.